Hello everyone and welcome to Centrestack. In today's video, I'm going to go over the three versioning scopes we have in Centrestack, which range from biggest to smallest versioning scope. Our biggest versioning scope is tenant-wide, which is enabled when a cluster admin creates a tenant and has all folders forced to be versioned for the entire tenant. Our next scope we have, which is user-wide versioning scope, which allows an admin to enable all folders to be versioned for that user. And then we have our smallest versioning scope, which is folder-wide versioning, which allows you to create version folders and allows you to have the files inside that folder to have multiple versions. I'm currently logged in as a cluster admin in my web portal. I'm going to go ahead and select Cluster Manager from the top menu option, and I will show you how to create a tenant which will have force all folder to be versioned for the entire tenant. We are in the Cluster Manager. I'm going to select Tenant Manager from the left pane. Click on Add a Tenant, and here I'm going to enter the information to create a tenant. So I type in the first name and the last name. I'm going to enter an email address. Enter organization name, create a password, re-enter the password. I'm going to keep the tenant plan to 3 and I'm going to keep the storage plan to 100 GB and I'm going to leave this blank and I'm going to continue. Here we have some advanced tenant administrative control, and I'm going to show you where we have force all folders to be versioned, which is right here. And as you can see, it is checked by default. So we're going to keep that check, and this is how a versioning will be enabled. So that is checked, and I'm going to go ahead and select continue. And here we have tenant storage options. I'm going to keep the default one, which is automatically assign a subfolder from cluster default tenant, and I'm going to select continue. You could change the storage if you like. And our tenant has been created successfully. I'm going to go ahead and log in from another browser as this tenant to show you. And once we log in, I'm going to go ahead and click on add, and we only get one option to create a folder, and this folder will be versioned. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call this test folder, and I'm going to go inside that folder, and I'm going to go ahead and click on add and upload some files. And I'm going to go ahead and edit that file, so this file will have some versions. I'm just going to type test, and I'm going to save and X out from here. And you see we have this little V2 which shows the version history, that it has multiple versions. I'm going to go ahead and create another folder just to show you that all the folders are versioned. I'm going to call it JP Inc. I'm going to go inside that folder, and I'm going to upload some files, and I'm going to go ahead and upload the same files again, so I'll have multiple versions. And once I select them, it's just saying the file already exists, and as you could see, it has multiple versions. Now in the web portal, I'm going to go ahead to Management Console, where I'm going to go ahead and create a user and show you user-wide versioning. So I'm in a Management Console, and I'm going to select User Manager from the left pane and click Add User and add a new user, and I'm going to enter the information for the user I'm creating and click Continue. Here we have some user creation options such as let system generate password. I'm going to uncheck these and choose my own password, and this is where you see on the bottom here we have some more options, but force all folders to be versioned. Now as you could see, it is checked enable, so when this is checked, all the folders will be versioned for this user particularly. So as you could see, our user is created. I'm going to log in as this user from another browser, and I'm going to create a folder, and I'm going to call this folder Google. I'm going to go inside the folder, and I'm going to go ahead and upload some files like I did before for the tenant, just to show you. And I'm going to go ahead and edit a file to give it some version. I'm just going to type in some text such as test, and I'm going to save, and I'm going to X out. It takes a few seconds for the changes to upload, and as you could see, we have multiple versions. When you click on that, you can see the revisions history. We have delete the version and restore to the previous version. I'm going to go up a level, and I'm going to go ahead and create one more folder just to show you that all the folders are versioned. I'm going to call this iOS, And I'm going to go inside that folder and I'm going to upload some files again. And I'm going to go ahead and upload some more files, which are the same files. I want to have some more versions to show you that all the files have multiple versions because the folder is version. I'm going to go into the web portal where I'm logged in as a browser, and now I'm going to go ahead and show you the folder-wide versioning. So I'm going to select my files from the management console, and from the root on the top, I'm going to select the plus button, the icon here, and it says to create a version folder or create a folder. We're going to select create a version folder because we want to show you folder-wide versioning. So I'm going to call this my Windows folder, and I'm going to create it. Once I go inside it, I'm going to upload some files like I did before. And you see we have some files here. I'm going to go ahead and edit one of the files. I'm just going to type in some text such as test and save. And X out, and you see we have this file has multiple versions. I'm going to go ahead and add some more files. As you see, this file has multiple versions as well. Again, you click on the revisions history. We have download, delete, and restore to the previous version. I'm going to go up again, and on the root, I want to show you when it's a version folder, it has a clock icon, and when you hover over it, it says version folder. If it's a regular folder, it does not have the clock icon. And this is how you can see the different versioning scopes in Centrestack, which we have in tenant-wide versioning, we have user-wide versioning, and we have the folder-wide versioning in Centrestack. Thank you.